We live.
Sundays and Wednesdays, yeah. 8 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. It's the crew and you. Let's go.
You can't get any better.
Best thing about it, the way he did it the right way.
With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
Do y'all have anything to say about
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. Congratulations to my dog, Chuck Little John, the OG.
Y'all didn't notice I've been changing hats all night, have you?
No.
You've been doing it. And so, look, let me tell you, those dudes were the first one that I ever seen with the full tracksuit and no drawers. You know what I'm saying?
Understand that you can be at the bottom, you can be anything you want to be, and when that happens, you can be a champion like me.
Can you imagine 100 people just all yelling?
With the crew and you, to the crew and you. With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. I'm your boy G. To my right hand side, in the darkness over there, we have Decatur's worst street, Corey Davis. What's up, my dog?
Hey man, you already see it. You already know what's happening, man.
Man, I know. Man, how you holding up over there, bro?
Say, bro, look here, man. I got home by the grace of God, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I shared my street, my neighborhood, right at the top of my neighborhood, brother. And if you don't mind, man, let me tell you a quick story on how I got home last night.
Please do, man. We want to hear this story. We want to hear this story, man. Please do.
So listen, I call, the job that we work at, because a lot of times there's lack of understanding. I know in your position as a leader of guys like myself, they don't understand, and so they want us to get the job done. But when you don't feel comfortable, you let them know, and I'm leaving. So I decided, because the man said, "Listen, if you don't feel safe, bring it on in." Cool, bring it on in, and I started my trek to get home, which took me 2.5 hours. That's just how unsafe it was out there. Nevertheless, when I hit 20. 20 is Brian with the ice. 20 is moving, but it's moving slow. I got that truck, that Tahoe, in 4-wheel drive, and I'm taking my time.
Right.
Get off on Keller Road in my neighborhood, man. So I started making my way into Ellenwood. That's where the roads are iciest. You know Ellenwood. That's where, dark roads, no light. Take your time. Mm-hmm. And on my way, I'm seeing people on the side. Now, mind you, you and I, we're professional drivers. This is what we do here, right?
Right.
Professional rollers. So honestly, I want to publicly apologize for those who I threw the deuces out, because I didn't want to stop. Because my momentum is moving. If I stop,
you don't want to stop on the ice.
Do not. So listen, don't blame my heart. Blame my truck, because it's not made to stop.
Right.
People on the right and left of me. Hey, can we? I'm moving. So then I realize I get to River Road, and then towards the left, going to my house. It's messed up, lights everywhere. So I said, okay, let me go back around and let me go down Flakes Mill. Flakes Mill was even worse. I get halfway down there, so I was like, man, let me turn around. But then there's nowhere to turn but in your grass, on your neighborhood, hey man, I was driving on people's grass. And when they woke up this morning, I know they were like, where these tire tracks come from? I'm in your yard. I'm in your yard, G, and I'm riding. I ain't spinning on you, but I am riding on your yard. I'm going straight up Flakes Mill. I'm riding on you in your grass. And then there's a neighborhood to the left. I forget the name of it, but I ain't gonna lie to you. In that neighborhood, same way. I said, listen, the grass giving me traction. That's. So I got close to somebody damn near the front door. I know they're like, where these cats come from? I apologize, but I had to get I had to get home. I told Bobby, they were like, man, you can't drive. Who can't? 4-wheel drive is in your yard, cuz. And so my wife comes, she go, well, yeah, I'm making it home. I told you I'm gonna get there. My last stop is my best stop. So, but I know when that person woke up that morning, a few families, and I ain't gonna say one, a few families, they were like, and they can see it going all the way up the hill, like, where does it come from? Behind your car, on your drive, in your grass, behind your truck, in your driveway, that Chevy. Let me tell you what's in my mind, brother, what is gonna be the funniest thing ever. When you check your Ring camera and you see that white truck going past you, like
he awfully close.
Man, look at this camera. You know, this food is on is in our grass. I'm glad. I hope it don't catch my tag, but the Chevy is in your yard. You know, no OG. I ain't calling out nobody addresses. Listen here, man. I know I did. Cause look, but then because everybody was stuck on the side of the road, people looking, they looking like, what are you doing? I'm not stopping.
Pieces. Yeah. I see you on the other side. I see you on the other side.
So fast forward, when I come back up, I said Flakes Mill, and I get back to my River Road. I said, I came up with something. I said, well, you know what? Just like I rode in their grab, by the way, doing on my side of town, let me get there. I start going down River Road. Now all the cars are look, they part in the Red Sea. These cars sliding and slipping. I said, stay in the middle.
Yeah.
Keep your 4-wheel drive, stay in the middle. When I tell you they was in the street, like, hey, where you going? You gonna slide? You gonna slide? Move! Look, move! I live over there. And I just started going up there, don't stop my momentum, and I just coasted into my neighborhood. Deuces. I made it to the house, bro.
Made it to the house.
So get fast forward. So I get my wife, my kids, and I said, man, this is bad. I get my wife, and we come back up to the street. She go, oh my God, you saw it on my Facebook. I mean, on my TikTok. Oh my God, they need help. These people are, and I was like, hey, calm down. We won't have enough snacks for nobody, not right now. You know what I'm saying? So we get out there talking. So my man was like, man, you think my car can be safe? And so Kanisha go, yeah, my husband made it. We live over here. And I'm like, shut up. I'm telling them I live here. Get them think that I'm stuck like them, because then they're gonna be like, hey, can I come use bathroom, or can I come get some? Don't
can I come keep warm at your house? Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm sorry, but I don't help nobody. Look, we got right now. You know what I'm saying? Now, because she was like, in 2012 and 14, we went out and we helped people. I ain't gonna lie to you. I pulled a few people out with my van. We took snacks to people that were stuck on the MARTA bus.
Okay.
Didn't have it in me this year.
That same van that you were selling?
Yes.
Okay.
It never sold. But so I was pulling people out. I got my chain out. Me and my wife were pulling people out. You know what I'm saying? Pulling people off on the side of the road. But I ain't gonna lie, I was tired today. Yeah. And I ain't had no snacks. And I ain't had no. You're gonna be fine. I said we kept checking on them, but not.
Go check out my dog's TikTok on Corey. What's your TikTok name? Corey F. Davis.
Corifi F. Davis.
Corifi F. Davis, man, on TikTok. Yeah. You can see how bad it was on his street. And like he said, man, by the grace of God, he made it back to the house. If you see that street, man, and see all those vehicles on the side of the road, it's amazing, man. God covered him, man, while he was going home, man. So,
now let me ask you, did you work yesterday?
I did work, and I left when I saw a couple of snowflakes. My wife called me up and was like, she was like, babe, it's actually coming down out here, man. You need to come home. So I did my last pickup. I told my people, man, I'm deucing out, and I went back to the building, man, and I made it home in time. Made it home in time. I ran to a little bit of ice right before my neighborhood, and I put my snow tires, I put my snow button on, got through the snow, got through the ice, made it up into my driveway, and I was good to go, man. So
I know that, right?
Yeah. I know that's right. Yeah, so I was good, man. I was good. I hope everybody else out there made it home safely. Everybody that's still out there dealing with their cars being stuck, man. lead them cars. Don't try to go out there and do it yourself now, man. Wait for that sun to melt all that ice. Uh, you know, your car will be all right. Your car will be all right. All right.
Speaking of leave your car. One of our coworkers, man, took him a few hours to get home. He had to leave his work truck, and work. He walked about a mile and a half back to the building. Big shout out to Big Mike Pennywhip, man. He said he had to ditch it because they told him it'll be a few hours before they get to him. Y'all ain't gonna. I'm gonna give you something. Y'all old school cats don't mess around with it, man.
When you got time, wait, y'all.
I said, you left the whip. He said, oh, I gotta get home. He said, I let him know where it's at.
Yeah.
I said, you can't look now. Can we do that? I'm gonna do that. Go.
Hey man, look, they don't care about your family, dog. You have to, man. So at some point, you gotta either make a decision for the for your family.
And bro, I'm gonna say thank you also, bro. I done had so many thanks. That article that you sent me,
yeah,
I've been spreading around like mustard, but it just real. I got it from a wonderful source. Because they want to burn it. They want to burn your. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
You can't do it. Yeah. Don't even try it.
Who told you that? It don't matter. Get the book. You can read it, but this. They can't do it.
Yeah. Don't let them do it. Don't let it do it. All right, man. Way to start the show out, man. Let's welcome everybody on out there. Kanisha Davis, my dog James Littlejohn said, Corey, is that a Flash shirt?
That's just what I was doing yesterday to get home, bro.
The Flash. My dog Kamari White says, God allowed us to make it for real. God allowed us to make it for real. For real. Yeah. Kanisha said I was being a good Christian. Kamari says I work in Roswell. I drove up 400 north to Sugar Hill. Oh, crossed to Beaufort, then caught Lawrenceville to Snellville and had to walk 2 miles home. He had to walk 2 miles home because my car wasn't making it. Wow. The OG, y'all see the OG is not on right now. He is on assignment, man, and y'all continue to keep my dog in your prayers, man. OG is on, but he's just not on physically.
Man, he's here.
He's here, though. He's here, man. You can see him in the chat line. My cousin Matthew Wright, Rodney Littlejohn, and anybody else that may be out there. My dad, Larry Wright, is on as well, man. So let's go ahead and let's pay a bill real fast before we jump into our great show, man. But before we do that, man, let's welcome everybody else out there on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Remember, when you come to the channel, man, tell a friend, bring a friend, and when you come, don't come by yourself. This is episode 57, season 5. We got a great show for you all, man. I will go over the details right after we give our wonderful sponsor a huge shout out. Alvin Jameson. Are you in the market for a new home or looking to refinance your conventional, FHA, or VA loan? The crew and you have the perfect guy for you, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. That's right, Alvin Jameson at alvinjameson.com. You can also reach him as we do at 404-587-9033. Financing a home can be one of the biggest investments you can make. Go with the crew and you trust, Alvin Jameson. And when you reach out to him, let him know you heard it from the crew and you. Thank you, Mr. Alvin Jameson, for being a wonderful sponsor of our very first segment. All right, Corey, my dog, Decatur's Worst Street. Let's jump into these national championship game that happened on Monday night.
Sure.
Man, what a game. What a game by both teams. It was not the outcome that you wanted. A lot of us wanted, for Marcus Freeman. But I thought overall, man, his team battled pretty tough, man. So in the game, man, I just want to know your thoughts on the game, and congratulations goes out to Kanisha Davis. Everybody knows Kanisha is Ohio State fan, anything Ohio. So
Buckeye.
Yeah, true Buckeye, true Buckeye. So congratulations to her as well. And the Buckeyes, man, and a big game by their offense, and some key plays by their offense, man, down the stretch. Talk to me about that game, big dog.
First, I want to say I want to congratulate our platform. Let me tell you why. The first thing my wife wanted to do when they got the natty, she wanted to contact Big Country and talk some trash, you know. And in my head, I said, you know what? The first person you want to talk trash to is my man Zach Big Country, which we met. You know, I met through the platform. I said, without this platform, you know, you wouldn't be reaching out to somebody up north on the East Coast to talk trash to.
Right,
You know, which let me know. Listen, we've reached out to people out here, you know, on any parts of these 4 parts of the United States. You know what I'm saying? Which it made me feel a little bit warm. That she go, where you from? I said, what you mean? She go, I text Zach. I got to text him. I talk some trash. You know what I mean? So Big Zach, if you out there, you know what I mean. Like I said, we created a good kinship, a good friendship.
Yeah.
Let's keep the wonderful trash talk going. And
Because he don't act like I'm just petty. Like, you need to give context because he reaches out to me to harass me all the time. I never say anything to Zach. This was the one time I said reach out to him. He starts it. We just finished it. Go Buckeyes.
Yeah. And I was about to say it's warranted. And I think everybody knows Big Country, Big Zach on here, the Laugh Loud podcast, the Laugh Last podcast. When you see him on here, man, you see the heckling and the trash talk that comes from his side of the platform, man. So that is warranted, you know.
But was that warranted? What she just did? I'm just saying. I'm giving us kudos for the show, you know. Okay, yeah. But the fact that that's her first part, the first person she wanted to talk trash to, you know,
right.
But anyway, God done. But you see how passionate it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So right. I feel Kamari. What's up, Big Al? But goodness gracious. But you see how deep it's done gotten over the years.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I kind of like the OG, you know, can't wait to get back at some people that's been talking trash to him. So
we've started that, you know, like I said, OG, how he called it, keeping receipts.
Yeah.
You know, however, like I said, I would say a great performance by the Ohio State Buckeyes and a fairly decent effort to not give up by the Golden Domers at Notre Dame. You know, because I honestly, Ohio State came out chucking. I think you said it best. They were a high-powered offense against a gritty team. You know what I'm saying? In Notre Dame, I think you had already called that. And I remember when they were beating them, I said, man, you know, G called that out. This is a high-powered offense on both sides field and all all 3 phases of the game. You know, from they were ready to play. And the best thing that Notre Dame could do was not give up. You feel what I'm saying? And try to make a game of it. But big ups to the Ohio State Buckeyes. They control the game. You know, they control the game, control the narrative.
The Notre Dame came out and received the ball first and drove the ball down the field, man, in a 12-play drive, led by their quarterback. And at that point, I was like, you know what? They look a little confident, man. But what scared me and worried me was the quarterback was so gassed. You know, first drive, and he ran, I believe, like 12 times in that first drive, and which is a lot, you know, but I don't think he ever recovered until like the second half from that.
You think they gassed him out too early?
I think they gassed him out. I think his adrenaline was pumping so much, man, that he couldn't really catch his air until the second half. After halftime, man, then you kind of see a difference in the way they played in the second half than what they did in the first half. I think they put that first 7 up, and that was all they got in the first. The first half.
That's all they had for a long time, right?
Yeah, for a long time. And Ohio State was steady putting the pressure on them. And I think in the second half, Ohio State got a little lackadaisical and let let them get a little momentum. And I think that's what made it the game. All right. Let's see. Pee Wee says Ohio State was very impressive. Congratulations, Kanisha. Uh, OG says bad decision by Marcus Freeman going for the field goal. You would still have been down 2 possessions if you didn't make it. I didn't understand that as well, man. 5 minutes left in the game, and he decided to. I don't know if you all remember. He decided to go for a field goal. They was down already. What 15 points or 16 points?
Yeah.
And he
talking the field goal or the fake?
The field goal that he missed. Okay. They missed the field goal.
Yeah.
To try to take it to 13. So they was down 16. He wanted to kick a field goal to try to take it to 16. I mean, to take it to 13. I didn't understand that call because you still down 2 touchdowns. So you were still going to do 2 touchdowns regardless. I didn't get that one.
Three additional points on the ass kicking that you're getting. That's all I can figure. And then they read them when they were trying to do that fake punt. Like I said, when you put in the quarterback that's supposed to throw the ball, they were like, the backup quarterback is. They sniffed that out.
Yeah. But they fought hard, man. That they took it, got back within 8, and then a big play by Jay Smith and the quarterback, man, on 3rd down. The Notre Dame decided to all out blitz and go 1-on-1 with Smith, man, and you can't do that. You can't leave that young man out there with Smith, man. And I know Smith's a freshman, but he's a all league freshman,
And my man, he was looking like he was just so disheveled. You let him burn by you.
Yeah.
And then they just throw it up and go get it. Then you're not even there. But I'm gonna say something else that was key to this game. Notre Dame converted 9 3rd down conversions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with ease.
Ohio State.
I'm gonna say Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Yeah. Just whenever they needed it, was 3rd and 19, 3rd and 21. It didn't even matter. They going for it, and with a lot of extra onto it. It was just they were converting 3rd downs like it wasn't nothing.
I think there was like 9 for 11 or 9 for 12, man, on 3rd down. Like it was something like you said, crazy. And then on the other side, Notre Dame went 5 for 12. So that right there is the game. And then Ohio State rushed for 214 yards. 214 yards.
And that's what those two running backs that they kept swapping out.
Yes. And then Notre Dame only running for 53 with Love. That was, and it wasn't even Love, but mostly the doggone quarterback. Most of the runs, man. So that was the issue for Notre Dame, and I think that's what caused them to actually fall short, man. So, but I love the fight in them. I love Marcus Freeman for not allowing them to give up. I know he came out of halftime was like, "Hey, we need to change what happened in that first half. We can't come out here and do the same thing." And then they scored immediately. Like, good Lord.
And that's the messed up part. So they scored at the end of the half, and then they get the ball back. And like I said, they add another one onto it.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely, man. But heck of a game. I'm happy for Marcus Freeman that he did at least get them there. And like I said, they put up a good fight as well. But a huge shout out to Ohio State, man, for their 9th title.
Is it 9?
9 titles. 9 titles for Ohio State, man. So
let me tell you what my takeaways from that is as far as Notre Dame is concerned. So already they've lost their defensive coordinator, heading back to the NFL to Cincinnati, and his OC. They said he's had gotten multiple offers for head coaching positions either in college or other jobs. So it's a possibility that he has to retool on his coaching staff. You know what I mean? Because we all know how that happens whenever you got a coach on your staff. Like I said, if I get a job or you get a job, you go, hey Corey, hey, I need a DC, or I need a coordinator. Would you come with me? And I'm finna get a promotion because I was an offensive line coach with you, but now you finna make me an OC.
All right.
So I'm dipping. So now they were saying that this man has to start now with making phone calls just in case, because all these guys that that had moved up with him in these past 3 seasons, now they're being looked at. You gotta retool.
Yeah. And at the same time, man, I like the transition. At the same time, Marcus Freeman is a coveted coach now that people are. You can see, I'm seeing his name come out there. The Raiders.
Has it?
Yeah.
Head coach, where?
I've heard Saints. I heard the Raiders.
For the NFL.
For the NFL. Yeah. So he's getting interest now from NFL teams. So it's a good chance that he may be going as well, man. So
could you see Marcus Freeman as an NFL coach?
I could. I
Okay.
like his demeanor. I like his grit. I like how he motivates his team. I like how he speaks and to the media. I can see it, man. I watched him in his halftime speech or going to the half, and I like what he said, man. I like his confidence and how he spoke about it. So yeah, I can.
Okay, so with you saying that, I gotta throw your words back at you.
Okay.
Y'all need a coach. Could he be a candidate? I'm not saying because we all know, and I know OG hate when I do this, because this is a coveted position. This is a coveted coaching position for the Cowboys. And I know right now y'all going down, y'all still at the in that candidate process when they were talking to Jerry Jones. Have you talked to anybody? Have you narrowed anybody down? Just the list to get a phone call, you got to be at a certain echelon. Is this guy a list for a phone call at least for the Cowboy position?
He should be. I don't think he is though. He should be. But I think he's done enough for me to put his name in the hat. And so yeah, I think definitely he should be, man. The Cowboys right now are looking other ways. They're looking inside. Right now we've interviewed our OC, which was Brian Schottenheimer.
Okay.
Which is, of course, everybody knows the great Schottenheimer's son. That's his son. So,
Marty Schottenheimer's son.
Yeah, Marty. Yep, Marty's son. So, hey, good luck, big dog. We're praying for you, man. Be safe, man. Don't drive slow. Drive slow and try to drive and where everybody else is going, go that same way. Don't try to make your own way, dog. Go the same way, because if they're going on it, they might break up some of that ice that's on the road, man. So don't don't try to make your own way, dog. Don't try to make your own way. Be careful though, and don't speed. All right. But back to it. Yeah. So they're talking to Brian Schottenheimer. Like I said, it's his second interview that he's just had today. We did interview Leslie Frazier.
Really?
We interviewed Leslie Frazier on Sunday, and I heard that on Monday, and I heard that he was more of a coaching to help, to show somebody how you should coach. So maybe a bridge type coach.
What is that?
More like a consultant.
You sure this one a run rule?
No, I think it was Rooney Rule. I personally believe it's a Rooney Rule. Okay. But from what he's doing now, from what I heard, that's what he does. He does, like, he helps coaches become a head coach. So
help coaches become a head coach. Okay.
Yeah. So when you don't have experience as a head coach, he kind of mentors you, into that position. So that's what I heard about that. So
y'all don't have no room for that at the Cowboys. You know what I mean?
We don't, man. We don't. I'm I would like I'm a lot of our fans right now are very, very upset um that they're trying to go after Schottenheimer. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know much about the guy. You got people on the side saying, "Hey, man, this guy is, I've seen him do some work, in training camp. I've seen him talk to, uh, you know, players and motivate players to do things, man." So he gets some high praise from some people, and then some people like, "Man, I ain't never seen this guy do anything." So I don't know about that. Uh, at this point, man, I'm just, hey, whoever we get, I hope they do well. Like
So,
that.
so let me ask you this: you've been a you've given what's his name a lot of I'm gonna say criticism, and I'm gonna use the word you give him hell. Y'all old OC
Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore, and I know that they said that he is one of the candidates for the coaching position, but at the same time, I've heard that Jerry is interested in him because he could be your next Jason Garrett in a sense where he's a coach, but you do what I say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm your GM, but I'm half the coach too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
As opposed to, like I said, Mike McCarthy held his own. We understand Jerry, did his job, but Mike McCarthy was a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Now, I like the job that Jason Garrett did, but like I say, he didn't get you there. And during his tenure, and this is just from what I'm reading, they always felt like Jason Garrett was the answer guy for Jerry all those years. I think 9 seasons. And
10 seasons.
Looking, 10 seasons?
Yeah.
Okay. And he's looking for another replacement, which could be Kellen.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts on that?
So Kellen is a Jason Garrett protege. He learned under Jason Garrett, came up under Jason Garrett, and so if you hear him speak, he sounds just like Jason Garrett.
So this could be some truth to that.
This is the second coming of Jason Garrett, man. Unfortunately, and that is one of the reasons why I'm not for it.
Okay.
So one thing about Garrett is everything is all good in the beginning, but it gets redundant. His same speeches, his same he says the same things over and over and over. Even when he comes to the press conference, he says the same thing over and over and over. And I think for the players, from what they've said, it falls on deaf ears after so long, man.
Wow.
So Kellen Moore, I don't see him as a leader. I've never, as in the league, I haven't seen him as a leader. I know they say in Boise State he was a leader for his team in Boise, having those great seasons there. But I can't see it as a coach. I think he's just too mild mannered.
Okay.
To be that, but they love him, and I think they love him because he's Jason Garrett like, and he will probably do exactly what you want him to do and say what he want. Well, it won't bother you. And then 2, I think it's familiarity that he has with him, and I think that's why they're trying to go with Brian Schottenheimer too, because it's so much for it's familiar to them, and so they're comfortable having him in the locker room, comfortable having him inside the office, and so I don't like it. I think we need a change, a whole culture change, but I don't think it's ever going to happen as long as Jerry and his family are there. So that's where we are, man. I think we just have to now, as fans, man, just be happy with whatever happens.
So I'll do this here because I know the OG can't stand this type of segment when I buzz your ear about these Cowboys and he not here. So I made this my last question and we'll keep it pushing. But we were just talking about coaching positions and that just buzzed me when we were talking about Freeman. You've had some time at this point now to mull over different coaches out there for it, which I say all the time, which is one of the most coveted positions in the NFL, if not the most coveted. Who have you thought about Who? No, let me change that. In fantasy, you get to pick who you want. Who's your fantasy coach for the Cowboys?
Fantasy coach for the
Well,
Cowboys.
in a perfect world, if you could pick that guy, they say, I'm picking the fan. This is my number one fan. Pick my coach.
Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin. You want somebody else's coach. You want Mike.
I thought
Okay,
it was my fantasy. That's my fantasy.
Yeah.
I would go after Mike Tomlin.
Yeah. Okay, you want Mike Tomlin.
I wanted them to give Aaron Glenn a shot. Talk to him. See what he can do.
The OG said there'll never be a black coach there, but you want Mike.
A lot of people say there'll never be a black coach, but then they go around and they tell me we getting Dion. So I don't get it. It's either.
But you didn't want Dion either, though.
I didn't want. He wasn't my first pick. He'd probably been my number 5 pick or whatever. But you can't say we ain't never get a black coach, then come back on the other end and say we're gonna get Dion next.
Sure.
So I think either one of them is gonna be one of you. Either you just saying it, you just hating, or you just you just trying to get under my skin. I don't know which one it is.
So you want old school hard nosed will answer the question. And honestly, I put Mike McCarthy in that same boat. Where they can answer the tough questions after a loss. They can answer. Having a secondary interview after Jerry then gave his post, and then you have a different outcome. Well, now the one thing I say I can respect about Mike McCarthy is say like they always did. They'll interview Jerry first, and then Mike McCarthy he'll have the balls, or like I said, he's the true leader to go. Well, I see it a little bit different. Where, this is what it was, and and he don't mind having his own opinion. But most of the time, when Jerry said it, this is what it is. We didn't play well with it, and Mike was like, it's not that. We had this right here, X, Y, Z. So you want another coach, so like Mike, who says, I'm gonna take it on the chin today. This is my fault. We wasn't coaching them up enough. You want somebody to do that. So you want either Mike or that type of coach is what you're telling me.
I want that type of coach, and honestly, man, and I would take a John Gruden.
Whoa.
I would take a John Gruden, man.
Why?
Because I think he's the type of culture change that they need. Like he's a no nonsense guy. He's not going to take the BS, and I think he'll stand up to Jerry Jones.
That's what I'm afraid of. That don't match with Jerry. That's not on Jerry. Jerry's not.
That's not on. No, that's not on Jerry. Jerry needs somebody that's not going, not going to bump. They're not going to buck back at him.
Yeah,
so, yeah. He's not going to go after a Jimmy Johnson, a John Gruden, a Mike Tomlin. He would never do those.
But I did ask you fantasy. What would you want? Okay, I got you. Okay, I'm sorry, OG. With that being said, that was fantasy. Give me reality.
Reality for me or reality for the Cowboys?
Give me Cowboys. Just give me reality for the Cowboys. Who's going to be your next coach?
Brian Schottenheimer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be Brian Schottenheimer, man.
Okay. And Cowboy Nation will have an issue with that.
Oh yeah. People are saying they are throwing their stuff away. They are. If that happens, they will not be Cowboy fans anymore. They said that'll be the straw that broke the camel's back. So that's the frustration that's going on inside of Dallas fan base right now. So if it happens, you'll see a lot on Twitter, man. You'll see a lot on TikTok, Instagram. Just be looking out for that when it happens. I think it's gonna happen. Nick Saban, Pee Wee said Nick Saban and Jerry won't work. Snack says Nick Saban. Kamaria says, I don't blame you, G. Smart choice. Although Jerry has to go, Tomlin is too street for Jerry. And OG said the same thing, but absolutely will not happen. That was for the hype. And then Pee Wee says, I'm a hater. All right. And Gruden will be having Klan rallies at halftime. That's what Snack said. My dad says Dallas needs a coach that's not afraid to hold his players accountable, regardless of how much money they make, or not afraid to speak the truth to Jerry. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. That's what we need. There's two truth sayers out there right now, and that's Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson of the former Detroit Lion, assistant assistant head coach and OC and defensive coordinator, both receiving jobs. Aaron Glenn going to the New York Football Jets, man. They said they wanted him. They brought him in. He had another interview with the Saints that was supposed to happen today. They told him when he comes, you're not leaving the building, and they didn't let him leave the building, man. So Aaron Glenn picks gets this team that is a loaded team. The New York Jets are a loaded team. Some people had the New York Jets going into the Super Bowl this year.
And honestly, I've talked to many Jet fans, guys that we work with, and like I said, you end up getting let down. You got to get the Jet, and I know I got one of them teams, but at the same time, the Jets, it's how they call it. My grandma used to call it buzzard luck.
Right.
You just can't get it. You can't get it right. You know what I mean? I hope Aaron Glenn is the answer, but I know a few of them was like, this ain't the one I wanted. This ain't the big splash in the water that I wanted to get.
Wow. Okay.
What do you feel about that?
I like Aaron Glenn's demeanor. I like his toughness. I like the fact that I believe he's a leader of men. Listening to him speak and listening to him on the pivot. This guy is a guy that I can get behind. That's kind of why I wanted to interview him as well. I think he's in a great position. He minus the quarterback, because we all know what the quarterback is over there in New York, but he has a defense over there that's already set up to win. He has some pieces on the offensive side with a running game, similar to what he had in Detroit. He just needs to get the right OC to help him out. So if he can get the right OC and a defensive coordinator like himself, I think he can do something, man. Maybe Rex Ryan, as a DC or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I like it, man. I just hope they don't, have him go out there with Aaron Rodgers, who is the coach killer, and then give him
and
1 year.
And I guess that's right. And I guess that's another view at it. Like I said, I don't have a problem with Aaron Glenn. I'm not a hater or a fan. It's just I look at it as you just gave another black coach the job to do cleanup mess from a team that was on the bottom. Mm-hmm. Now, do I hope he does the same type of job as DeBrico? My man at Houston. Mm-hmm. I hope he does. Huh?
Right. D'Amico. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, D'Amico. Yeah. I hope he does do that. I hope he, like I said, this is another good black hire, but I hope he does do that good job. But at the same time, we know that the Jets have been snake bitten for years with a good roster. Mm-hmm. All it takes is, like I said, Aaron just had a bad year this year. You just can't make it happen. So I hope they do get out of it, because I think we've talked trash a lot, at the job with those Jets fans, and I know I have anyway. And it's you want them to get better. And like Snack was saying, yeah, he's under the Belichick Parcells coaching tree. You just hope they gets a fair shot at it and can make it happen.
Yeah, and I think he should. Man, what made D'Amico so successful in Houston is, remember when he got there, they gave him what he wanted. He asked for this, they gave it to him. Hey, trade him and give me these 2 first rounders. And then give me
doing that draft.
Yeah, doing the draft. Give me Stroud, and then give me Will Anderson. And then after that, hey, give me a running back. They went and got Mixon. So they're giving him people and and players that he can work with. He went, hey man, give me I like Dalton Schultz. Give me him as a tight end. So he's picking the people that he wanted. So he was able to, like you said, grocery shop, pick his own groceries.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
and so now he's making meals for, for everybody to love.
Yeah.
So if Aaron Glenn has to have the Jets do the same thing for him. So if he doesn't,
You talking about James? You talking about Corey? So like he like everybody but the same. Shut up.
and that includes, hey man, I don't want to coach Aaron Rodgers. If he says I don't want to coach Aaron Rodgers, the organization will have back your coach, and get rid of him.
You think they would do that though?
Do I think they would? Not knowing the Jets, no.
And I'm gonna tell you what that says to me is I'm drafting a quarterback this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing today. That's the first answer that you have to get out of me. Is,
there you go. Yep. There you go.
I'm drafting a QB.
Yep. I'm drafting my future.
Yep.
So, because he said, just reminded, I can't stand Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron, like you just said, Aaron is a coach killer. He's a player killer. A lot of that stuff.
Yep. Snack Panther said Texas, if healthy, might be in the AFC Championship game. Yeah. They could have been. Even with a down year by CJ Stroud, they still was, up there with 11 wins, 11-6, I think it was. They went.
This man was he got three wideouts that got hurt this season. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. I ain't calling it a down season because my man still played with confidence. But you start playing with third and fourth stringers.
Yeah.
He lost his one. He lost his 1, 2, and his 3.
Yeah.
And still, like you said, and still put up. Like you said, I know it was a struggle year, but I'm throwing the guys that I don't have the normal confidence with. I'm throwing with guys that I didn't, practice with. I'm throwing with guys that I gotta, come over and talk to and beef up. So, man.
Yeah. So, man, congratulations goes to Aaron Glenn. Hopefully they do right by him in New York. We all know what the Jets are. The organization's been on a struggle bus for a long, long time.
Right.
On the other end, the offensive side of it, Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator of the Detroit Lions, gets the Chicago Bears head job.
He gone too.
So.
Okay, with that real quick, is this the end of the Detroit Lions as we know it? These guys been here in the last 4 seasons, right? It took a minute to build that up.
It took a minute to build that up, man. And that offense was a juggernaut because of Ben Johnson and his play calling. I don't know if you can find somebody unless you just bring somebody up that was there with Ben. But no, like you said, when coaches get new jobs, they bring the people on that they came up with too. So that opportunity they may not have somebody in-house. I heard something about maybe the Detroit Lions going after Robert Saleh.
We were going after him too. We
for DC. For DC. Yeah. So I know San Fran said, hey, man, you come back, we give you any amount of money that you want. If you come back and be DC for us. But I heard Detroit's now in the running for that as well. So you bring a Robert Saleh to help that defense out. I don't think you fall off too much losing Aaron Glenn, but that offensive side is where I think you'll see a big change for the Detroit Lions, man. But for
I actually want Saleh myself, man. I want Saleh.
I did too. I would take Robert Saleh. I would actually take Robert Saleh as a head coach. I don't think he's a bad head coach either. Yeah. What? I don't think he's a bad head coach. I think he had a bad situation. I think he did all he could with a quarterback that he didn't believe in at first with Zach Wilson. And then after Zach, he had to deal with Aaron Rodgers and,
Shoot, hold on. He remember Aaron Donald first. He had Donald.
Oh, yeah. Did he have Donald? Was he with Donald too?
Remember, he had Donald.
Dang,
yeah. So he
yeah.
Yeah, he had a bunch of because remember Darnold was with them. He was with them last season, right? And then they ended up letting him go or trading him,
No,
right?
no, Darnold was remember he left there and went to Carolina.
Yes, he did.
Then,
Sure
then
did.
yeah, then
Yeah,
went from Carolina to San Francisco, and then yeah. So he's been all over.
yeah.
Um,
But I'm thinking like the OG said, Dan Quinn got a lot of pieces in the offseason as well when they brought him in as a first time coach. Give me this guy. Give me this guy. You're right. Dan Quinn got a lot of pieces. I think I gave the Commanders a lot of praise for making a lot of moves in the offseason. You are correct, OG.
Yeah.
That's straight. That dude said we
Yeah.
got the bomb on Detroit.
Yeah. But they were leaving anyway. But yeah, that just hurried up the process.
Yeah.
That just hurried up the process. Yep. So, Snack says Detroit with a pass rush could be Super Bowl champs. Yeah, they could. They could. I don't, they just happened to run into a buzzsaw though. In the Commanders last week, man. So
41? What is
yeah,
44?
45 points. You
Tough.
know, yeah. So that's tough to deal with, man. That's tough to deal with. But
Then the coach said, "We'll see you in 2 weeks."
yeah.
Hell, when they catch you on it.
Somebody said we're in Brazil somewhere. Y'all should be on vacation.
Oh,
But yeah, man, congratulations to Ben Johnson. He said he could not wait to work with a Caleb Williams. And from what I heard, Caleb Williams went to the ownership and was like, I want Ben.
Oh.
I want Ben.
Okay.
So yeah.
You might as well do it while you hot up there. But now when you start playing like garbage, they ain't gonna listen to your butt.
But look, you got to call for this man. You have to show up now. You know, you got to show up now. So, but there are some other openings out there, man. The Raiders are still open, and the Saints, and the coach that I thought, hey man, this man has multiple teams looking at him. And still has not been picked up. And Mike McCarthy, man, is still out there. He has not bagged that Saints job. And the Saints was hoping to interview Aaron Glenn.
Is Mike McCarthy a Saints coach? Because this Saints now, and I'll be straight with you, I don't want to see him in my division. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to see him in my division. But at the same time, how hard is it for a team to hire a Mike McCarthy after you were just the head coach at the Cowboys? You know what I mean? And that's what I'm kind of looking at. When you just come out of a Maserati and Ford is trying to hire you, it's a little different now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Either you're trying to, I get what you're saying, that this team wants to interview me, but am I that caliber coach? You know what I'm saying? I went from Green to the Cowboys, these lineage type teams. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Am I making sense when I say that? I just don't see when you come from here, and then I say I left you because you didn't want to pay me what I was worth, and now you're talking about New Orleans, and them New Orleans coaches don't make that kind of bread. That means I'm taking the job because I want to coach. I don't have to do that because of the caliber coach that I am. Now, I like the Raiders, you know what I'm saying? Because it's, like I said, Raiders have a lot more of that old school lineage in it. They're not Green Bay, they're not Cowboy, but that's what I'm saying. You got to give me something that where I just came from, either equal to or greater than, or just as good. The only thing that I see will be decent is because I'm going to a terrible conference. I can bring my talents there and flourish.
I was just about to ask you that. Do you take into account for the division that you're going to? So
he should be able to come and run.
Yeah, you got the Raiders over there with Kansas City, Denver, and Chargers.
Not bad with that coaching tree over there.
That coaching tree, Sean Payton, Andy Reid, and then you have John Harbaugh.
Harbaugh.
Yeah. You got Harbaugh over there.
And
Now,
them some high names that you
that's some
just
hot
called out.
names. Those some hot names. Do you want to deal with those names, or do you want to go over to Raheem Morris? I don't even know the coach in Carolina, and then Todd Bowles.
Yeah, you could be number 1 or 2 real fast.
real fast, real fast. So do you have to take an account for that? And then now Mike McCarthy, the list was open before. You know that there was a whole bunch of job openings. Hey, them job openings are dwindling down, man. For Mike, there's only two left,
Mm.
and
I
that's the
think
Raiders.
Yeah, the Bears wanted it first, but then we know that
Yeah.
that the block happened. And from what I'm looking at here, it said Mike McCarthy, his interest now. It said at first it was it said the
Jags.
Bears
I forgot about the
impact.
Jags. I forgot about the Jags. My fault. Yeah, good snack. Yeah, I forgot about the Jags. And that we'll get in that. We'll get in that too.
Yeah. So right here it's saying that his two it said the job cycle that he was looking at that were regularly stagnant. It's New England Patriots and the Bears. Those were the two that I think he was trying to stay in some cold weather or whatever. Those jobs are gone, like you just said. But it says here one of them. He said that he was seeking an interview for, which says the Raiders. Now this was his interest. Now this was, like I said, a week and a half ago. Those jobs are gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see it anymore. This dude is the head coach.
Yeah. I forgot about the Jacksonville Jaguars, and thanks for that snack. Now that they've gotten rid of their GM, so a lot of coaches didn't want to go to Jacksonville because of their GM.
Mm.
The GM's just been fired today.
So you're saying that changes the dynamics?
I think that changes the dynamic of it all now. And it's crazy that they're doing all these changes. The Senior Bowl is next week. So you need the GM to help you, scout out these players.
Yeah.
So them firing him means a lot for Jacksonville. And I think we'll probably see something happen in the next couple of days in Jacksonville for a coach.
So how many head coaching positions are open right now?
There's 4 now. Then you got Raiders, Cowboys, Saints, and Jags.
Okay. Titans, they didn't fire their coach?
No.
Okay.
They actually picked up our special teams. Bones Fossil, man. They picked up our special teams coach.
Did you say Bones Fossil? Who is that?
Yes.
Is that a real name?
John Fossil. Yeah, John
Oh.
Fossil. They call him Bones. They call him Bones.
Oh, okay. I was like, Bones Fossil. Who's that? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, who's looking at OC Todd Monken? And so I thought Todd was a candidate for a couple people, but I haven't seen anybody reach out to him for an interview yet. Todd Monken is the Baltimore Ravens OC. So I haven't seen anybody reach out to him yet, but he's definitely one that was hot until they lost. So yeah, Trent Baalke is out in Jacksonville, man. So that's an intriguing job. But I think you have to believe in that quarterback over there too, though, to take that job. And a lot of people, from what I'm hearing, aren't really sold on Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor's had 3 coaches now, ain't it? The guy from Ohio State, Baalke, or two, right?
Yeah,
2 and 3 offensive coordinators, I think.
Yeah. I'm surprised Peterson's not getting any looks as a coach.
Peterson.
Doug
Peterson.
Peterson, yeah. I'm trying to think, would I take him in Dallas?
What about your old OC from Kansas City that just lost his job at UCLA?
Eric Bieniemy. Yeah, Snack said something about that earlier. I think, unfortunately, I think he's done.
He's done.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened in Kansas City. I don't know what happened in Washington.
Well, we know what happened in Kansas City. He tried. He had to get up under that. Because he had. I think. Well, this is my opinion. Let me change that. Being on that championship caliber squad, he had to get from under Andy Reid to get him a shot, and then, like I said, Washington, like I said, it didn't work out. He had to leave when the coach got fired. It just timing was terrible, and then that UCLA could not run that Kansas City offense over there. But I would hope that he get another shot. I hope you're wrong on that.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't even seen the interest, man, in him. I mean, I would like to see him come and prove himself to be worthy of that OC tag, man.
Again, he got to prove himself again.
As OC, he hasn't proven himself as OC yet.
They won two rings. What are you talking about?
Everybody know they're saying that's Andy Reid. That's not him. That's why he left. That's why he left. Hey, so that's why he went to Washington to show. Look, man, I can show y'all. And then they ended up being one of the worst offenses in the league. Then went to UCLA and they still didn't do well. So I want to give him a chance. Maybe Aaron Glenn to give him a chance.
So it's saying here, like the past, okay, and it says a day ago, I guess 24 hours ago, or either within that 1 week, the Seattle Seahawks are looking to interview him for the offensive coordinator. He's a candidate for the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
That's just the talks.
Okay, that'll be good. That'll be good. Go there or Aaron Glenn. Let Aaron Glenn, bring you on.
You think Aaron Glenn would do that?
No, but I would hope so.
Yeah, Urban Myers did get fired after 8 games. You're right about that. That was a dumpster fire.
That was a disaster. There was. I don't know what kind of coaching he was doing, but he wasn't even trying to coach. Look, I'll meet y'all back. I'll meet y'all back, man. Don't worry about it. I'm not getting on the same flight as y'all.
Right. That man, then he punched the kicker, and then he that man was beating up on players.
Yeah. Urban was on one, man. Urban was on one.
Sure.
Before we get off of the NFL, man, I do want to talk about this right here, man. My dog, you brought this up. We got a good game coming on this weekend, and I don't know if we didn't talk about it, but the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Buffalo Bills and the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. And we all know what's going on with the Washington Commanders and the Eagles. We know about that game. But in this other game, man, it's Buffalo traveling down to Kansas City, where you have to play against the refs. There's been some talks out there about some calls been made, that are not fair. There's somebody's getting the Brady rule now. They are the new New England Patriots of the league right now. And somebody's denying it, man. They don't feel they're getting favoritism. They're getting favorite calls, man. So I got a little clip from ESPN of Patty Mahomes, man, talking about it. Let's see if we can play this. After these great commercials. After this commercial, y'all, my bad. I should have played the commercial first.
Right.
My wife gonna kill me. All right, let's see here.
Play football at the end of the day. The referees are doing their best to call the game as fair and proper as they possibly can, and all you can do is go out there and play the game that you love as hard as you can and look at the results. And so for me, it's to go out there, play hard, try to do whatever I can to win the football game, and then live with the results based off my effort and the way that we played the game. And so I think that's what we preach here in Kansas City. I haven't felt any different. You get new referees every year. You get new circumstances, and you never can really tell because every play is different. That's what makes the NFL so special. And so I feel like I've just continued to play the game and I just try to win, and whatever happens, kind of happens.
All right. So those are Pat Mahomes statements there. Like, nah, man, there's nothing different happening in any game. These are different refs. No, but they're not favoring me. Um, do y'all agree with this, man?
What do you feel when you see that? When the league is saying this, when networks are talking about this, and you come out and go, they're doing the best they can. They're doing the job that propaganda, man. And if everybody said but you, and then I should have showed you the other clip. Like whenever they showed it, when they played against the Eagles, and he pointed to the ref like right there, and then I'm sorry, didn't touch the dude, But
yeah.
This man is the Michael Jordan, and I know y'all don't like what I said. This man is the Michael Jordan of the NFL. Touch foul. Oh man, come on, bro.
I kind of get it. I mean, what is he supposed to say? Yeah, they're giving me
I
calls.
was about to say that.
He's not gonna come out and say, yeah, they're giving me calls, man.
You're right.
Yeah. No.
So let me ask you this question: do you think that the NFL wants to see the first three championships in a row by an NFL team, or three-peat?
I think they think it is exciting. I think they think it adds to the drama of the Super Bowl itself already, but I think it just adds more. I mean, I don't know if it. What do you think it is more meaningful? A three-peat by the Kansas City Chiefs or the Buffalo Bills' first championship?
Buffalo Bills for me, because I was about to ask you: is the three-peat the same as in basketball? It's not the same. When a basketball team three-peating versus a football team three-peating.
It's harder to do it in the NFL.
It's definitely. I will say that, but I don't want to see it. Only because we got 17 games to watch, and then we got to wait again to watch the same team win again. Like you said, there's a difference in 86 games versus 17, and I got to wait. 17 games is a much harder way to do. I guess I get more respect for that with hooping because I like hooping, but at the same time, because it's so little football and the same team winning, I don't. I'm tired of them. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's what I wanted to say. But
it is so. I think it's so much harder for the NFL, like you said. Is only 17 games, and then on top of that, your team is so much different every year. Like your core nucleus may be the same, but your squad is different. From 53 men, you might come back with 10. You may come back with 12, but a lot of them boys are gone. You come back with a whole new squad. You know what I mean?
And then on top of it, okay, I would respect the three-peat if I felt like you won each of these games. You can't push a three-peat on me and force it. That's how I guess I'm not. Let me change that on how I say about the three-peat. How I respect both.
It's kind of like forcing LeBron on you.
This man said, I'm not saying that no change gonna get on, but what I'm saying is when you force a three-peat on me to make this team win, then I don't respect the three-peat. I respect it if I feel like you are the top team and you kicking everybody's butt by yourself.
Okay.
The 12th man on this thing has always been the referees for this team for at least 6 games this year.
Right. Right.
So I lose respect for the three-peat because I feel like they're handing it to you because they feel like, oh my God, this is gonna be great. And then, like the OG said last week, now you add my girl Caitlin Clark into this. Get Caitlin Clark out of it. But if you're there, Caitlin, I gotta give you the same. I'm gonna give you the business like I'm giving the rest of them.
Right.
You're a female basketball player. Why you sitting there, then they throwing up some kind of hand gesture. Get her off of there, You catching up with WNBA. I don't need you doing this, So it's like I said, it's all propaganda. It's all commercialized. It's all guess who's in the box with Taylor Swift today? And they're doing their little move.
Yeah. This I'd rather see the Buffalo Bills win one than to see Pat Mahomes, man. I think and I like Pat Mahomes. I think he's a hell of a quarterback. I don't like the flopping that he's doing. I don't like the crying for calls. That's when I kind of lose respect for it, man. Because he's too doggone good to be calling for calls.
Is he Hollywood now? Yeah, I know, right? Is he a Hollywood coach? Quarterback for you now?
That's what it seems like. Little too Hollywood now. Yeah, a little too Hollywood. Like, don't touch me type. Yeah.
Let me ask you this question, G. All right, so I've been watching, like I said, how we watch these big letter companies, and they've been given. I'm going to the Baltimore game.
Okay.
All right. So Andrews, like I said, the biggest bobble of his career, tie the game. But then some of them were blaming, he getting a lot of blame from the Baltimore faithful, but then at the same time they're giving Lamar hell because they said it was a bad throw, it was low, should have been at the numbers and the chest. I mean, and I get how fans get really fickle and they want to blame somebody.
Mm-hmm.
That last play, because like I said, they had a whole segment this morning. I missed work and I watched it, because I was at home. Phil Sims, Chris Sims saying that the ball was too low. Romo said it was the ball was too low. The reason why, Andrews, he's a big guy, he's a tight end, probably. But then you have some people saying, listen, the rule of the game. If it touches your hands, you catch it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, OG, man. Be safe, bro. We're going to finish it off for you, big homie. But, Andrews done got death threats. Like I said, all of that, man, it's just tell me about what you feel on that last. Now, it's not even saying that they were going to win the game, but.
Right. It's just to tie the ball up.
It's just to tie the ball game up. You're right. Like I said, I think the death threats are a bit much. And then I ain't going to lie. And I know he had 2 big drops, but also Lamar had 2 big drops. And we didn't talk about this game, but what's your thoughts on that? Does this mess up Lamar's legacy? Because they're trying to say it was a bad throw. It should have been, right there. Tell me what your thoughts are.
I think you can critique everything. Like, I think it could have been a better throw, of course. Could have been in front of him, of course. But the ball hit him in the hands, man. It didn't hit him. It didn't hit him in the knees. Then hit him at the shoestrings. It hit him in the hands by the hip. He dropped the ball. You got to think Lamar's on the run. He's trying not to bullet past that thing in there. He's trying to just loft it in.
It's 17 degrees out there.
Yeah, to make it an easier ball for him, and it didn't go his way, man. And it was just one of those games, man. It just so happened to be in a playoff game for Mark Andrews. I don't say that's the reason they lost, because like you said, Lamar Jackson had a fumble, early on, that cost them, had an interception that could have cost them points as well. Yeah. So you have things that happen in the game. I think to put it all on Mark Andrews is horrible.
Definitely unfair. Right?
They're definitely unfair, man. That's why it's a team sport. That's why you have 53 men on your team. So I hate it for him. I know he's not going to be able to sleep this off season. Having that in his head. So it's tough. It's tough, man. But it's part of the game too. It's part of the game, unfortunately, man. So
you're right, Andrew. Snack Andrews' earlier fumble was horrible. But like I said, Lamar, he had 2 costly ones, and I know Kamari. I know he was. I know you going through it over there with that loss. You know what I mean? But yeah, you do lose as a unit, and I respect Lamar for coming over there, telling him afterwards, like, "Hey man, hold your head up. We're a team. We're a team. This ain't just you. You know."
Right. Yeah, man. And that's what it is, man. You know, Mark Andrews has won you some games like that.
Yeah.
You know, he's been intricate in a lot of your wins throughout his career. So you know, you can't. It's like Justin Tucker. Like he's missed some. You know, you're not gonna throw him. You're not gonna throw him under the bus, man, because he had a bad game. And I think that's just what it is. Unfortunately, like I said, it just so happened to happen in a playoff game, man. So, a team that you know probably have always looked at making the playoffs, but they don't snap. They're going in the right direction right now because they have a key player on their squad that is disgruntled, and they can't seem to figure out what to do with this kid, man. They've suspended them before for 7 games. Now they went out and suspended them again for 2 games. This time for missing the flight. Missing the flight, man. Where and what should the Miami Heat do with Jimmy Butler, man? He's trying to work his way up out of there, man.
He doing a good job too, but God, Pat Riley is not folding. You ain't going nowhere. You keep doing all this mess. I'm keeping you. And I don't know if it's whose stick is bigger. You know, I'm not folding. Just let the man go. Trade that dude, man.
Trade him, man. Trade him.
Now, I will say this here, though, G. I'm going to be fair. You know, I always try to be fair. This man has done this before. I'm taking my ball and I want to go.
Okay.
He has a terrible habit of doing this.
He did that with the Bulls, right?
He did it with the Bulls, did it with the Wolves.
Oh.
Yep.
The Wolves, too.
He did it with the Wolves, you know. They were at practice and he, you know, remember he did that. He told all the rest of the starters to sit down. And he played with the second string guys and beat up. I'm that dude. I don't want to play here no more. You know, this ain't his first time doing this. You know, and I think Pat Riley kind of knows that in a sense, and he's like, "Listen, you are affecting the team, but I ain't giving you what you want. You do this all the time." That I see that portion of it too. You know, I hear you, Larry. Trade him as soon as possible, but at the same time, if he's not happy, he's gonna do it again because he wants to go to the Warriors. He wants to go to the Suns, and I think 2 other teams. I think he was wanting to go to, but don't. What if he does it again? You know.
Yeah, Phil, talk to me, Phil. I know this is your team. Phil, a Miami Heat fan, man. I don't know what to say about my Heat team, but they should have seen this coming due to his post. His past. Yes. Yeah. And I, like you said, like Snack said, man, $52 million, that's a lot of money to try to get rid of. I don't know where you. Does he have a no trade clause?
I'm pretty sure with that kind of money and that kind of guy, you know.
Yeah,
I'm sure he does.
So
but now he's probably
goes to a contender or something like that.
Yes, you can't just send me to the bottom. You know,
you can't send him to Toronto or nothing like that.
But you know, because I was thinking in my head, I would love to see him in a Hawks uniform. You know, but I just don't want that attitude. Now I know you see more. Would he fit on the Hawks squad? I'm gonna take
that. He'll fit for a season, you know, not not long term. I can't see it.
Oh, and then remember he got pissed at the 76ers and he demanded a trade from the 76ers.
How many teams has he been on? Goodness gracious.
So I think I named four. So who drafted him? Yep, Minnesota and the 76ers. He only played for Minnesota 1 year and Philadelphia 1 season.
1 season. Okay, so it was never the Bulls.
No, he played. I think he played like 6 seasons with the Bulls, if I'm not 6 or 7.
Yeah, I thought he played with the Bulls.
Huh?
I thought he did play with the Bulls. Okay.
No, I'm saying he played 6 or 7 seasons with the Bulls.
Okay. Oh, the Wolves.
Oh, yeah, the Wolves. T-Wolves is who he got pissed with. Larry said he played 5 with the Bulls. But remember, Minnesota is when he had that tyrant. You know.
So he's played with the Sixers.
Yeah, well, that one season, 1920 or 20, he played 1 season with them.
The Bulls.
Yeah, Phil said he got drafted by the Bulls, right?
All right.
And then
the Wolves,
after that,
Timberwolves, the Timberwolves. You played
in the Wolves. That 1 season with the Wolves is a trade. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And then from there, after that year was over, he went to the 76ers. And then he was pissed with the ownership or something. He demanded a trade. That's how he ended up at Miami. Am I right with that, Phil? But these last 3 teams is I'm not happy, trade me. I'm not happy, trade me. I ain't coming to practice, trade me. You know.
5 teams he's been on. Wow.
4 teams. I named 4. I don't know what's the 5th team. This will be his 5th. But
okay.
Yeah, 4 teams. If I'm missing something, let me know, y'all. But I know this is a 6-time, he's a 5 or 6-time NBA All-Star. You know, defensive guy, but so Phil said, yep, so 4 teams. 4 teams, but I know out of those last 3, including the Heat now, he's demanded, trade me, give my ball, I'm going home. So, okay, Snack said he signed as a free agent with the Heat, so he went through that year. So he finished the year with the 76ers. That was his last team before he came to Miami.
Okay.
Sixers. Couldn't play with Embiid.
Yeah, and I think the problem is nobody wants that headache. Yeah. Like Phil said, man, you've seen the past. Like you have a history now of quitting on your teammates.
Yeah.
How many times are you going to keep, putting them on somebody's team and watching them quit? He's a hell of a player, but is the talent worth the drama that he brings to your squad now? Wow.
He couldn't play with James Harden and Joel Embiid when he was on the 76ers squad. Mm-hmm. Because I don't know if it was a coach situation or ownership, but you couldn't. They put that team together, and you couldn't play with them 2 jokers. You know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So.
Wow. Well, something got to happen, man. The Miami Heat 21-21 right now. I believe that they are. They are 9th right now in the 9th spot. They're in the playoff. In the play-in game at 21-21, but let's see how far they fall off with now this 2-game suspension for Jimmy Butler. I know he hit a game winner the other night.
Did he?
Yeah.
And he
hit a game winner and then missed the flight.
So peep the game. All right. So it said 2011, he was drafted by Chicago Bulls. In 2015, he was named NBA Most Improved Player. After 6 seasons with Chicago, he was traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves. And it said June of 2017, he was then traded again in November 2018 to the Philadelphia 76ers. And then in 2019, he signed with the Heat. Traded again and signed with the Heat.
And I remember he was one of the big names that were out there.
The
big. So, and we thought Miami.
2 years after that, after he signed with the Heat, they were in the NBA Finals in 2021. So,
wow.
But now, they say he wants his ball.
Ooh-wee.
Okay, so it said Snack said he was mad with the 76ers because he signed Tobias Harris instead of Jimmy. Jimmy who?
They gave the Tobias the bag and not him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's why he left. Okay. They did give Tobias a whole bunch of money, and now Tobias gone too.
Can't blood nose.
Yeah, that Philly squad, they struggling, boy. They made all them changes this year, and 15-27 is their record.
Ooh, okay.
15-27. All right, man. We are a couple weeks away from the NBA All-Star game. Tomorrow is the NBA All-Star selection. I just want to ask you all, everybody on the chat line, and Corey, my co-host here, man. Give me your starting five in the East and the West, because we're now going back to East versus West, right?
Okay.
So
all right, okay.
All right. So give me your point guard in the East. And y'all put it in the chat line too, man. Give me your point guard for the East.
My point guard, just this is fantasy, or what
just who you think should be the point guard for the East, starting point guard for the East. I just throw some names out for you. You got
I got my first name.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give you two. I'm gonna start with between because I know this throw Trey and Kyrie in no particular order.
That's your East and West?
No, because Dallas in the East or the West?
They're in the West. They're in the West.
I'm sorry. Well, yeah, I do that. The Kyrie and Trey.
Okay, you going Kyrie and Trey.
Well, yeah, I ain't gonna do East. You said East. I'm sorry. Kyrie.
Kyrie.
No, East. Trey. Goddamn. Trey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trey. All right, Trey. All right. Give me your shooting guard.
Two. Get out. Two. Man, that was a good two. What's Halliburton?
Point.
Halliburton is point?
Yeah.
What about Brown? At
Brown he played at 3.
Okay, help me out. Give me a 2.
Okay. All right.
Hero.
Donovan Mitchell, Hero.
I go with Mitchell. Yeah, all right. That's right. I go with Mitchell.
All right. Let's see. I think Kate Cunningham he had 1. All right. Damian. Well, Dame played a 2. He played a 1 too. Dame played a 1. All right.
We had a 3.
Yeah, give me a small forward.
Small forward. Right now, I guess that'll be Butler, right? Because he's still.
You can do Butler. Yeah, you can do Butler. You want Butler? Okay.
Yeah, I go
buckets. All right, give me a power forward.
Antetokounmpo.
All right, Giannis, good. Give me a center.
And Embiid.
All right. All right.
All right. So for you, all right, starting with in the East.
Embiid. Okay.
Yeah, I said Embiid. So for you, let's go with you. Number 1.
All right. Number 1, Trae Young.
All right. 2.
Donovan Mitchell.
All right. 3.
Jason Tatum.
Oh, that's nice. Nice. Okay. All right. 4.
Giannis. And my
That's
center,
5.
Big Cat.
You got the Cat over Embiid?
Yeah, Embiid ain't played like but 8 games or something like this season. I was surprised you went with Embiid. That boy ain't played it.
Okay, you go. Okay, because my man hurt right now. Okay. He said, the Cat is playing out his butt in New York right now.
Yeah, he's playing good ball right now.
Okay, I got you.
All right, let's go to the West. All right, so let's go. My guy, Al says he got the West, LeBron, AD, all right, Shea, Joker, and Steph. All right, Kadisha got Donovan Mitchell, Jared Allen, Tatum. So she got a Cleveland players, Kyrie. Oh, you just mixing them up here. Okay, Kyrie in the West. All right.
So Al put in he added LeBron. He got AD,
Yeah.
SGA. I like that. So I'm taking out your Lakers.
Taking both of them out. Okay.
Get him out of there. I like it. I like Al, but I'm going with Kyrie first.
Okay. Kyrie.
Yeah. Now, is Jokic? He's still hurt though, right?
No, he balling. He playing.
I mean, who's the number 2 at?
Luka Doncic.
Luka.
Okay. Yeah, he
Luka's
hurt.
hurt.
Yeah, he hurt.
Are we just putting together the team? I mean, did it hurt? I mean,
well, no. The teams people that you think gonna be in the starting 5. Luka didn't. He didn't qualify. He didn't play enough games.
They're missing enough games.
Yeah.
So they're doing that.
No, they didn't beat, but yeah.
Damn. They know they didn't beat. All right. So okay. So I like you said Halliburton is a point though.
Yeah, he point.
Halliburton is point.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. So Wes, I got Kyrie. I'm gonna go with
and Halliburton's in the East. He in the East too.
Yeah, it is East. Yeah. Okay. So I got Kyrie.
So I'm gonna give you some West players. John Morant.
Number 2. He's a 2 or he's a 1.
He's a 1. You got Shy.
No, give me some 2s. Give me some 2s.
You want some 2s?
I got Kyrie in my 1.
Jalen Green. Yeah, Jalen Green. You got Jalen
Green's at Houston.
Austin Reeves. Kyrie, he played the 2.
Kyrie plays the 1 or the 2?
He plays the 2 with Luka. Luka played the 1.
Luka played the 1.
And he plays the 2.
So then Steph plays the 1?
Well, yeah, Steph plays the 1.
So I'll go Steph, Kyrie 2.
Okay.
SGA 3.
Malik Monk, Anthony Edwards.
Ant is a 4, right?
He's a 2.
And a 2. Why is Ant a 2? He not a 3? Well, look, okay, this is what I do. Cause I know this is what I'm doing. Look, cause that dude need to be a 3 as big as he is. Cause he play the wing on the 3. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, make him a 3 on yours. Okay,
I'm making up a 3. So look, Steph 1, Kyrie 2, Edwards 3. Then I got my 4 is gonna be Durant and Joker 5.
Okay.
Cause don't Ed be playing 2 and 3.
No, but I mean,
so he's not a small forward.
He can be, but if you want him to be,
they played a small forward on the Olympics. Didn't they? Okay, so help me with this. I like Edwards too. So yeah. give me a solid 3 then.
You can go KD. Yeah.
Did he play the 3 or the 4?
He can play 3 or the 4. You can go LeBron.
I don't want LeBron.
You can go. You can go. You can actually throw Jackson, Jared Jackson in there. You can play. Let's see, Malik Monk. Oh shit, we got no Wemby. Oh.
Ooh, Wemby. We tripping. Okay, hold up.
Oh, no Zion.
Zion. Like you said, you call Zion out for me. You hurt my feelings. Zion came in and played a hard game, and you said that dude was hurt after the game. Golly. Hey, I ain't trying to hurt you, but come on, I don't want LeBron, man. I'm tired of LeBron.
We got no Clipper players.
Nope, I ain't touching a Clipper. You
ain't get no Memphis players, no Houston players. Houston got the second best record in the West.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
I still don't want no.
Shoot,
Yeah.
you don't have any. Okay, no. OKC, they got number one record in the league.
Well, I said SGA.
Number two. Oh, you said SGA. Okay.
Yeah, I said SGA. But
You did?
that's
I
like
thought you
give
said
me a
Steph. I thought you said
give me.
Steph.
I said Steph. I'm saying, huh? What is SGA? 3?
Point. Well, you said Steph, Kyrie, and KD and Joker, right?
No, at first I said Steph. Yeah, I said at the 1, Steph, Kyrie 2. And then I asked for a 3 because at first I said SGA, but then you said he's a 1.
You said Ant.
Said he was a 2. I said give me a solid 3 because I want KD at the 4 and Joker at the 5.
Right. I thought you put Ant at the 3.
You told me he was a 2.
Right, but then you said you want to use him at the 3.
But I want a true 3 now. You said because you like I'm making up fantasy players now. Give me you making me feel give me a true 3 out there.
All right, let me see if I can find a true 3 for you, man. God.
Well, tell me what. Give me your best 3 out there.
All right, my best 3 in the West.
Yes.
The West is so hard, because they ain't really no real good 3s out there, honestly.
Aside, help us out there, the crew and you family. You know what I'm saying? Give me one.
Jay Williams would, but
so Snack said Norman Powell is an all-star for the Clippers.
Norman Powell, he played a 2 for the Clippers. He been balling.
But he a 2. How many 2s we don't call out? We don't call out 5 2s. I'm thinking they 3.
Yeah. Jalen Johnson should be in there too. I mean, these are backups though. He'll be a backup.
I'm about to say we talking about these 6 man.
Let me see, man. Let me look at this West. This West is tough, dog. I don't.
You saying it's tough, but you ain't gave me a 3.
That's what I'm trying to think, man. I don't see.
You saying it's tough because they're not out there?
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of 3s out there that. I mean,
hey, I said, look, just take LeBron.
You got Michael Porter Jr. I mean, not playing bad.
He's not a starter though, is he?
Michael Porter is, yeah. Michael Porter is. But I wouldn't put him as no starter though.
All-star starter, right?
Yeah, an all-star. Yeah, I don't want to just.
Oh, Wiggins. Wiggins. What about Wiggins? I like Wiggins, but he he said,
I mean, he's a name, but
he started last year, didn't he? Didn't he play last year?
He did. He's not an all-star though. I think honestly, in the West, man, I think you have to go a lot of guard heavy in the West, man, because their guard play is much better than their small forward play.
So why you giving me hell? Okay, so I'm going back to my now I'm making mine up again. Then I'm going back to you gave me hell. Steph 1, Kyrie 2, Edwards.
Okay.
Kevin Durant 4, and Jokic 5.
All right, cool.
So give me yours.
All right, I'm going Shy. I'm going SGA.
SGA 1.
I'm going Ant.
2.
I'm going KD.
3.
I'm going AD.
Hell no. Okay, 4.
Then Joker.
AD is still an all-star to you?
AD is balling, dog. AD is balling, man. Yeah, okay. I'm definitely rolling with my dog. AD been playing well, man.
You done had a good 2 years with him too.
Yeah, man. 38 games he done played this year. Yeah.
So Snack said Jalen Williams is playing all-star ball.
I would put Jalen in. I won't put him in my starting lineup, but I'll definitely have him on my coming off the bench. Snack. I agree.
Fit Harris said Leonard.
Leonard just came back. He just came back like 5 games ago. He ain't played all year. So these last 5. So
Kawhi,
yeah, Kawhi been out.
I wouldn't touch that dude with no hand. That man said he is not going to play until he's 100% every time.
110%.
Yeah, I don't play any kind of hurt.
Yeah. All right, good stuff, man. Good stuff.
For sure.
I love it. Oh man. All right.
You too.
Yeah, you naming all guards. You gonna have guards.
And then you tell me, yeah, it's tough, man. Yeah.
Look, Phil said he back out with a knee. I just read it.
Damn! Oh man, yeah, he's stupid. Come on, man. Look, we tried to put him in. Then Phil put him in there. He's out just look. That's the same thing we did with Zion. And then right after the show was over, G was like, "Oh man, that dude done got hurt again."
Oh man, great show, fellas, man. Episode 57 in the books.
Man.
Hey man, great show, man. Appreciate the chat line today, fellas. Appreciate the chat line. My dog Phil Harris, my homeboy Snack Panther, Quest. My dog Al done changed his name to Quest, man. I love it.
Hey man, listen. When I first met Al, I was so scared of. He's an intimidating guy, right? He's wearing a speaker on his neck, right? And I didn't know his real name at first. We called him Quest Love too. You know, Big Quest Love. Like he had a speaker, like he had it hooked up a Bluetooth speaker on his neck. That thing be loud and there. And I go, hey man, who the big dude? The big dude, you know. And then one day out of nowhere, in his character, nicest guy you can meet, he pulled up on me and just went there. Let me tell you, the first thing he said to me, "Hey man, you tripping about my Lakers?" Huh? Hey, and he just stopped and started talking. You on that show, right? Yeah. I'm Al. Oh, look. Al, you know what I'm saying? My man, from day one.
Yeah, boy, walking around with that thing on his chest like Flavor Flav. Like,
man, listen.
Yeah.
Intimidating, brother. But then when you just the nicest you want to be, but look, when you just looking at him,
coolest fan,
man. Big shout out, Big Al Lassiter. What's happening, man?
Yeah, DeRozan, another one. He'll be definitely be a good one to come off the bench as well. Yeah. I want some dogs in the All-Star game. I want some people that's going to compete.
So you wanted to go back to the old?
I want to be able to compete, and maybe Sunday we'll come on and we'll put the players on there that we want on there that's going to compete in the All-Star game, not go in there and just play around. That's going to go out there and compete. We think about your players that'll do that. All right, and we'll come up with our 5, and then I want y'all to think about. We'll do a build a player or build a coach.
Build a coach. What you talking about?
We'll try to build a coach. Like, what kind of coach would you want to coach your team? And we say we'll go by play caller, demeanor, and swag or whatever. You can pick from any coach out there, any coach that you want. You pick the demeanor from, the play calling ability, the swag, and attitude. Yeah. Coachability. All right.
I like that.
Yeah. So
Big Phil. Yeah, we talked about that. I'm sorry you had missed that, but we hit him up on that earlier today.
Yeah. That was in our early topics, man. Y'all can also, rewind the show on YouTube, go back and watch it, man, and send it out to your friends and family, and get their opinions on what we said. Some may agree, some may not, man. But let us know. Put it in the chat on the YouTube as well. I actually go back and I answer questions that for people who do ask questions on YouTube. So.
And look, to sum it up in a nutshell, Aaron Rodgers, coach killer, Aaron Glenn, hope he get a good shot.
There you go. That's the cliff notes right there on it.
Yeah, right.
All right, my dog Phil Harris, my dad Larry Wright, Pop, I love you, man. My dog Quest, Big Al, appreciate you, big dog. James Little John, man, always homie. My dog Kamariye White. Hey, make sure y'all check him and his wife out. The Christianist Podcast. Such a great podcast, man. Love it, love it, love it. Um, every Tuesday it comes on.
I also want to say this to you. Big shout out to my aunt Melinda and my cousin Chris. Finally, they get to respond. This will be my last time. For those who reached out to me about it, man, listen, I appreciate y'all's support. To my brother, at this point, from what we're learning, my man just want to find himself, want to grow up. Nothing wrong with that. Just know that I'll continue to reach out to you. I love you. Thank you to my aunt and my cousin who wasn't taking no for an answer. You know, and they found him, talked to him. I'll leave it like that. You know.
Okay. Well, good. Little bro, man, we need you on the show, baby. We need you on the show too, man. Come on here. I know you like sports. You out there hooping. You love sports, man. So we want to see you on here too.
Have you ever heard of Benton Court?
Benton Court?
Yeah, like a basketball court. I may have the name wrong. But my aunt said that's where they found it.
West End?
I think so. Is it called Benton or it start with a B? Benford or?
I'm not sure.
It was in Atlanta. That's where they found the hooking at. So
you good? What it is. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. My dog Snack Panther. My dog Kamaria White, man. Like I said, man, make sure y'all check him and his wife out. Christian's podcast on all your podcast platforms. Also on YouTube, man. You can go check them out on YouTube as well now. You can get a visual of them. They have a great thing going on over there, man. They have pictures and videos, and they have a scene sign, so they doing it up over there. They're doing it big, man. So
I on that last one, he was saying we Christian-ish. He kept saying the ish part. He said, listen, not saying that we're teaching you how to be a Christian or that we super duper. He said we just Christian-ish. Say I love that part of it.
Yes, sir. Phil Harris, Snack Panther. To my dog, who else was out there? Rodney Lil John. OG. Hey, man, get well, big dog. We love you, man. We'll see you hopefully on Sunday. If not, we're going to hold you down, big dog. My beautiful wife, Crystal Wright. Make sure y'all check her out. Being Crystal Wright. Hey, she out there. On all your social media platforms.
Look, she is definitely back. I'm seeing all her. Good morning, everybody. And then when she had on, I said, look, I like your Jesus dress, whatever. But listen, she back. I said, man, listen, sister's back.
My baby is back on the popping.
I'm gonna commend you, bro. She called you her best friend, bro. You're a good husband, brother. You're a good husband.
Is she for real?
She said, listen, she was giving shouts out to her two female best friends, but then she had to throw you. She goes, listen, my husband, my best friend. She goes, I had to add him to it, but because you gotta have your best friend. I said, and in my mind, like, he ain't no best friend. I said, but then at the same time, I'll give you some props, man. You her best friend. Cause look, I'm gonna tell you why. Cause Kanisha said, he's my best friend. I was like, oh, I got it. She goes, why we ain't best friends? Cause you don't want to know all my trash, but the fact that you her best friend, bro, that's pretty good, man. Pretty good.
Yeah, that's my baby. That's my bestie, though.
I told my wife, I said, okay, I'll be your best friend. She goes, I'm not your best friend. No. Look, I said, you know my best friend.
Boy, you a fool, dog. My cousin Matthew Wright. Anybody else out there, I may have missed, man. Charge to my eyes, not my heart. We love y'all. Remember to keep your head on a swivel and keep God first. We'll see y'all on Sunday at 8 o'clock, baby.
Be safe out there, fellas. Be safe.
Peace.
You know what I'm saying? That road is still icy. Y'all be careful.
Don't try to be a hero.
Really.